Alright guys, welcome back. We are here in Belgium for the Belgium Grand Prix. We got all the guys working really hard, as this week F1 has announced what I was dreading, and that is the changes to the spec of the car. So we got a lot of work ahead of us here. As you can see, we got quite a bit of stuff on the chopping block. Luckily, we were able to use a lot of resource points that we already had, and of course from practice to be able to get ourselves some of our chassis upgrades redone. So we got those redone, so luckily that shouldn't be too much of an issue, but we do have quite a few more just in that. Durability, we could probably actually let lapse and work on that again afterwards. It probably won't be the worst possible thing to happen, but we also do have a lot in aero that we got to go back through and redo. So we do have that we really got to get done. And as you can see, that this is kind of interesting, we are actually the top team when it comes to aero, which I did not realize. So we are doing a really good job in that department. Engine, we are still on the bottom of the barrel, but honestly, as I've said, my philosophy behind the car is definitely you want the best possible handling, work on the downforce, make sure you're getting the grip to the tires, and then durability is definitely helpful. Not totally my top priority, but I definitely like handling. For this car specifically, you got to have aero and handling going side by side together to be able to get everything going well. And then once you have that, then you can really start working on your engine upgrades, because now you have the suspension and the aerodynamics to be able to handle more power that you throw at the car. So that's my philosophy behind almost anything, honestly, is just work on that suspension. Even in like NASCAR Heat 5, sure, there's not that much you have to do compared to this game, but even in that, it's like work on your suspension, because if your car can handle the turns, can handle all the different aspects of the track the best that it can, you're going to have at least better regular speed, average speed, there we go. You're going to have better average speed per lap compared to everybody else who might have gone for a full power upgrade, or full power, they've gone with the power settings, and while they have power, they might not be able to get that power down to the track. So suspension, and especially in this game, aerodynamics, very important to be able to get that power down on the ground. So for average consistency, those are the two things that I always like to upgrade. So we've got a lot to do in that. Excuse me, hiccup. But yeah, we've got a lot of work to do just on that there, so we've got to get that done for sure. So anyways, everything else looks really good. We had a good practice session. Now we're going to go out and hit the qualifying, and then of course we're going to be going to the race. As you remember, the last time we raced here, I don't remember which season that was, but we're back. We got taken out in the early goings on of the race, and we really, yeah, actually we didn't even make a lap. First lap, we were done. So honestly, on this track, I don't think I'd honestly mind finishing in the back. So we'll have to see what we do, but definitely seems like we had a really good practice session, got a lot of good points, so hopefully that can transfer over to a good, consistent race anyway. So let's get into the qualifying, and then we'll see you at the race, guys.
Welcome along then to the Belgian Grand Prix, the race that gave us the maiden victory for the Jordan team in 1998. And in the same team, the phenomenal debut of a young Michael Schumacher. There's always something special around one of the many corners of this fan favourite circuit. Spa-Francorchamps then, a historic 19-corner circuit with a lap distance of 4.35 miles. There's over 100 metres of elevation change here, and with long stretches of the lap spent flat out, a good top speed will be vital for success. Joining me for today's race once again is Anthony Davidson. Let's talk about the Rainmaster. No grip penalties, no mitigating circumstances, just a poor qualifying performance and a very disappointing start position for them today.
They'll have a sinking feeling as they look up from the cockpit and realise they're in a different postcode to the start line for sure. But the one positive they can hold on to is that the car is quick and they can make their way through the field.
Let's run you through the driver grid order for today's exciting race. Young superstar Max Verstappen starts from pole position. A very happy Carlos Sainz will start second. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Matsushita, Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton and Ocon, Norris, Bottas, Kvyat and Charles Leclerc, Stroll, Albon, Sergio Perez, and Gasly, De Vries, the Rainmaster, Kevin Magnussen, and George Russell. Latifi, Giovinazzi, Correa, and Romain Grosjean sits at the back of the grid. It's almost time for the lights to go out, so let's head down to the track and get this Grand Prix underway.
Alright guys, so here we are. So we are starting 15th and 16th. I'm actually on the outside lane, which is actually where I want to be for this first corner because things get nuts down here. So we had a pretty good run. One thing that I did just to kind of handicap myself so I would be a little bit farther in the back is took medium tires, went ahead and used those for qualifying just to start. But yeah, I think it should be a pretty interesting race. We definitely had a much better time just qualifying than we had the first time, so I think we should do a pretty good job. Car felt really good, and we won't be using level 3 of throttle for most of this race. We'll be probably 1 and 2 just to be able to keep this car under control and stuff. So I think this should end up being a decent race. So we haven't really used any of the hard tires, so we have used the mediums, and those seem to do a decent job. So I think we're going to keep with that, because luckily I've kind of learned where the medium tires start to come in, so that's kind of helpful. So I think we'll keep doing that, and hopefully that'll continue to help the car out quite a bit. So we'll go ahead and take some of this fuel out just to give us a little bit less weight here. There we go. We'll give ourselves a little bit of wiggle room, but I think that should do pretty good. We got ourselves the balance setup. Go ahead and get that loaded in, and I think that should do a pretty good job for us there as well. So, guys, let's get out there and see what we can do, and we'll see what Nick DeVries over there can do as well. Kind of nice to start side by side. It's kind of cool. So, let's go. Alright, here we go. Actually making up a little bit of ground right off the start. Hit the brakes. There we go. Everybody kind of went real slow through there. So we've got up to 11th, which is really good. We're going to go ahead and get up the standard here so we're not a total roadblock. But yeah, the car feels much better than it did the last time we were here. Has a lot better downforce and better handling, so I definitely like that. We're going to see what we can do in this race, but the main thing is just being nice and careful, nice and easy through here. Everybody's nice and slow. So just making sure we don't rip off our wing is going to be the main thing. Nick DeVries kind of fell back there just a little bit, but not too bad. But yeah, everybody's going to be kind of slow until we kind of spread out here, and so there's no need to do stuff like this. Why did I get the warning with Fiat? Or whatever his name is. Why did I get the warning? I wasn't the guy that smashed into a car on the side of the road. Why did I get that? Okay. That's just... go to slow and make our way over to the pits because we need to get ourselves a new wing because this is not going to work out for the rest of the race. Try and let these guys go past as they want to. But yeah, we don't have enough handling. Thanks a bunch there, guys. Well, that did not go to plan, but yeah, there's no front turn in the car anymore, so I've got to pit. There's like, and I missed pit road. There we go. Auto repair. Sure, we'll go with hards. We'll let those wear in and see what we can do. There we go. Alright guys, get that new wing on there. Thank you very much. Yep. Sounds like a plan to me. So we're going to go nice and slow, get these tires warmed up, but yeah, whatever his name, Daniil Kvyat, yeah, that guy, for I think it was AlphaTauri. It's like, come on, dude, you could have moved over. I don't know what that was. But yeah, definitely my fault for missing the turn, but it's like there's tons of space to your left there that you could have gone. Gotta be nice and easy on these tires because I know they take a little bit of while to warm up, so we definitely don't want to have any issues. Luckily, we didn't totally end our race, so I mean, people DNF, we can hopefully get some positions back, but still, not what we wanted once again. But yeah, I just totally missed that turn there, so get ourselves warmed back up here and see what we can do. I'm gonna take that easy. Tires weren't quite gripped up enough to okay, now we got some sort of issue with the engine. What's going on with that? I don't see anything. The engine looks fine. Not sure what he's talking about on that. Engine looks great, in fact. 193, it's not running around 200, so I don't know what that issue is. Start switching over to standard here in a bit, just to try and get some of this lap time back, but get these tires warmed up for this lap, feel how the car handles with them as well, go from there. Alright, let's switch over to standard there, there we go. Well, that's definitely not going to help me now, is it? Alrighty, well, I wasn't expecting on doing practice laps for the entire race, but apparently that's what we're going to end up doing. And we will see what we can do. Hopefully that's, hopefully we get a safety car then. That will definitely help out our problem. And give us a possibility of catching up. Very unlikely at this particular point. But all things are possible, so we will wait and see here. Yeah, on this track, this has always been my worst area through here anyway, so it didn't really surprise me to have that issue there for the most part, but still, it's just like, dude, I'm right there. You could have moved over, is what really is the annoying thing, because like, I was pretty sure I was going to mess up on this track anyways, that's why I wasn't expecting very much. Sure thing. We'll use some on the straight up here. But, yeah, the car is much better than it was the first time we came here, so, well, minus the driver is much better. Well, we kind of ended up back where we were the first time there. Use some of our overtake. Shut that back off, don't want to use it all up. And there to go another race here. And we're going to totally miss that. Yeah, this is just not going to be our race, unfortunately. I thought we had like really good laps during practice because like I knew I needed some practice on this track, and we did really good. Had some really good lap times, we were able to keep up with everybody, but that's also when you have people to actually kind of focus on to see where your line needs to be, so that kind of where that is, and you're just kind of all over the place without anybody ready to follow, so kind of makes things totally different. Because it really is, it's a fascinating thing. It's like when by yourself it's harder because you don't have anybody to focus on to be able to say, okay, this is where he's braking, so you don't have a kind of like a goal in mind. It's like you can see the lap time, but you can't really see what you're chasing. So it's like it's a fascinating thing that it's just like, it's better to have cars around than to be in the back not knowing where you need to be at. So it's just it's an interesting thing that happens when you're this far back. I mean, we're doing, just from there, we're doing some good lap times. So I mean, if we could just catch everybody with a safety car, we might get some position back. Aha! Hard tires are definitely a lot different than softs, that's for sure. The reason why I don't run them very often is because they don't make me very comfortable. Cutting there. Alright, we definitely got a much better lap time there. So we are slowly improving. So a little bit of overtake through here. Once again, we have actually gained some time through a sector, so I mean, we're not having bad times, minus the dirt. Yeah, the dirt's just not helping us today. Had to wait for the tires to clean off there a little bit before we went back to full throttle. Ah, much better. We actually missed the dirt through there that time, so that's helpful. A little bit early on the braking zone. We didn't get the corner that time, so we'll take that. Use up some of the excess fuel here on these straights. Totally changes your braking zone. And we've hit 200 miles an hour here. Nice and easy through here, hopefully not get into the dirt this time. Very nice. Teammate is in the pits. We actually have a little fixed problem there, warning mechanic light. Not totally sure what that's implying. Car's been doing really good so far. I can see Max Verstappen, I think, one of the Red Bulls anyways, coming up behind us. And didn't hit the dirt this time. Very nice. Prix is falling back to about 18th, so I'm not sure if everyone's pitted or if they're pitting here and there and everywhere, so that'll be interesting to see what happens. I want to be nice and easy on the throttle through here because you can really lose a lot of traction through there. Yeah, I didn't really want to hear that, but thanks anyways. Everybody's on mediums, we're on the hards now, looks like. (202, 203 miles an hour). little bit slower through there, even though we had technically a higher speed. Be easy through here. There we go. Don't hit the dirt. That's going to really be the main problem, is that dirt. Actually, don't go driving the grass either. Grass clippings don't help your tires grip at all. A little bit slower through there, but we didn't spin out, so better than adding a bunch of time. I would assume so, yeah. Because they're already running mediums. I'm not sure what that statement was technically about. Thank you, sir. Good to know. Nice and easy through here. Actually have closed the gap on most of these guys, and also Nick Freeze has been able to gain some positions with everybody else pitting there. No caution, and I don't think we're going to get them with how many laps are left. Get some speed here. There we go. Actually gained some time through that sector, so pretty good there. Nice and easy, don't get into the dirt. A little bit faster through the first part of this turn so far. A little bit slow right through there, not too bad. So we're trying to knock some time off, and as you can see, we have, to some extent with pit stops, been able to knock some time off, so that's certainly helpful, but yeah. Not enough downforce there. Trying not to lose control of the car, because we are trying to go a little bit crazy on what we're doing. Woo! Almost let the rear tires go out there. Once again, a really good lap time there for us anyway, so we're gaining more and more time as we go here. That's certainly nice to see. Obviously, guys running the softs and stuff probably got the better times before us, so that's fine. Still got plenty of fuel left to continue to run 3 on the straights. We definitely don't want to run it through here though, as the car definitely doesn't have quite the handling that I'd like it to have through these sections, although we really did a good job, as you can see there, through sector 1, so really good job through there. Daniel Ricciardo just made his best lap time. Thank you. So that's pretty good to know. So we're doing good on that. Because we can save through here a little bit, and then obviously go crazy once again on all of these straighter sections. Lewis Hamilton's out. Great to hear. It's going to hurt his standings, but honestly, I'm not going to weep any tears over that one. A little bit late on the brakes there. Yeah, you can see him over there, just sitting. Wasn't our best time, but certainly not our worst. See, he moved out of the way. Yep, there he is. Very good. Would have been nice if that ended up being a caution a little bit earlier, but we got what we got. So, I mean, yeah, you can see, I mean, we have cut down a lot of lap time on these guys in front of us. Obviously, we're looking at more of the Alfa Romeos. We're a bit slow anyways, but still, that is a great improvement over what we would normally be doing this far back. We'd just be sinking like a rock. So we can make up time. Unfortunately, when it's this much time we have to make up on this style of track, it's kind of impossible to really be able to do that. So good to know, but definitely an unfortunate result for us overall. Tires is definitely starting to wear out some. So we got some engine issues coming up, sounds like. So I have to keep an eyeball on that in the future. Yep. Max Verstappen has run the race. Not run the race. Run the race. Won the race. There we go. Eventually we're going to get the lips to form the correct words. But anyways, so he has won it. And that's even with, Daniel Ricciardo had been the fastest lap. There we go. Lando Norris taking that over. So the question is, who's where? That'll be interesting to see. We're going to get a few minutes to finish our race here. But one thing for sure is nice that we didn't get lapped. Yeah, we weren't going to make that up. I would just take the penalties at this point. There we go. So we're done. Sergio Perez, driver of the day. That's interesting.
What a great race then, and what a magnificent victory here at the Belgium Grand Prix. Ant, talk to me. What do you think it was that sealed the win for them?
I think that smart tyre management on track and very smooth driving definitely assisted in their victory today. That combination meant they got the absolute maximum out of their tyres at all times.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work and they should be proud of the victory they secured here. So, let's review the drivers' standings. More points for Valtteri Bottas, further solidifying his lead at the top of the table. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, Who do you pick?
Well, there was a lot of incredible driving out there today, Crofty, but if I had to pick someone, it's got to be Sergio Perez. Fantastic driving.
Nothing can challenge the leaders of the Constructors' Championship at this point, but it's another clear win for Mercedes as they manage to secure the Constructors' title. An incredible performance for the whole team. Meanwhile, a strong weekend from Red Bull this time out, and they improve their position in the championship. Well, that was certainly an incredible weekend of racing. Be sure to join myself and Ant for more exciting Formula One action soon.
Alright, guys, so Max Verstappen able to get the win, as I was pretty sure he was going to. Carlos Sainz up there in the McLaren. McLaren had some good speed later on this race, really showed up, being able to get second and in seventh, so both in the top 10. So good job of those guys. Both Red Bulls made it into the top 10, both Renaults. I also had one Mercedes make it in, Ferrari, a BWT, Sergio Perez, and that guy. The guy that shoved me into the wall. Thanks a bunch. So anyways, we got Lance Stroll, Alexander Albon, and Nick de Vries able to get up to the 13th spot. So we made up 2 positions from where we started, so that's certainly a better result than could have been expected. Good job by Kevin Magnussen actually making up positions along with Juan Manuel. And Lewis Hamilton is the guy that finishes all the way in the back. And of course, we end up being in the back as well due to the wreck incident. So anyways, not the best finish and definitely not what we wanted, but overall, car had good speed and got some good laps around this track compared to what we had the first time we came here. So overall, that's a little bit better than we did have. So let's take a look at the standings here. So we got constructor standings. Basically, Mercedes has taken it away. Renault, Red Bull, that they're not going to be able to get anywhere close to that, unfortunately. And then in the driver standings, Bottas currently leads. That's actually interesting. Daniel Ricciardo, Lewis Hamilton, Max Verstappen. So looks like basically the only people that can kick Bottas out is Max Verstappen, Charles Leclerc, Lewis Hamilton, and Daniel Ricciardo. Basically, those are the only guys. Looks like Sainz, if he gets a lot more points, might be able to challenge, but he's going to really need a lot more points to be able to get up there. So that's kind of where that is. And despite having a really good season overall, we still haven't scored any points, but I think we've got a track coming up that should help us fix that little problem. So, anyways, see you back at HQ. Alright guys, so we're back in the shop. So we actually got some sponsor redos that we had to go through, get some stuff done. So we got, let's see, team promotion, go ahead and get aerodynamics. Those guys are kind of low at the moment, looks like morale rise. Well, they're not doing pretty good, so powertrain really needs a boost though. But anyways, we got some new, oh, not really new, but got our sponsors re-signed. We got ourselves Slingshot Fuel, still on, of course. We also got Polar. Polar's back with us once again after a quick re-sign. And then, of course, we've got our newest sponsor, which, of course, is Vagazzillo Italia 1902. So they are back with us here as well. And then, of course, we got Zenet 1872 there on us as well. So both of those clothing stores back with us, and we're back into it. So luckily we got those sponsors actually for the Italian Grand Prix, so that makes them extremely happy to be back on board. And so we'll go ahead and advance time here. There we go. So we got a little bit of a boost for the facilities and stuff. We actually do have some moolah to spend, but we're not going to until after the season. Everything's going to stay exactly where it is right now. We've got to get ourselves some more resource points in the next 2 races to be able to hopefully save our suspension and then hopefully work on our aerodynamics. But that's definitely going to be a pretty bad loss if we can't do that. So that's what the team's got going on, and of course we got next season to think about as well. But yeah, we have 2 points, which is good, but we need to have a lot more to be competitive. So anyways, guys, that is, yeah, and also too we need more because F1's looking at adding more races for next season, so that could be interesting. But anyways, guys, we got a race to go to at Italy, Monza. our little playground for Florida racing here, so that's going to be fun. But we're going to see you guys here next time. Hope you guys liked and enjoyed today's video, even though we didn't do the best performance-wise, but still fun to get some track laps in, and hopefully be able to get some better finishing results in the future. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting the channel. Make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and we'll see you guys here next time. Bye-bye.